Hello, hello, hello. I have to wear my glasses because it's a serious matter. Today, let's see. Do you know the financial dynamics, or have you discussed the financial dynamics in your home? Whatever I share on my channel are my opinions and my suggestions. So you have the right to say, nah, this will not work for me. I can't do this. It's just my opinion. Yeah. But in between we'll put scriptures and all of that if necessary. I realized that over the course of counseling, I realized that some people don't discuss these things. Like, oh, it's just to say I love you. You're the only sugar in my tea and the butter in my bread. You are my slice of heaven and you are my orange juice from third heavens. Hey, you see, three things in marriage are important: communication, sex, and money. Money. Even the Bible says that money is the will of waiting. Money answereth all things. Now, when you want to get married or when you are married, let me address married people. There are dynamics that people don't talk about. You may not be able to hear these things in counseling. I am grateful. Let me use this video to thank Reverend Isaac Komolafe for that. The former regional overseer of Foursquare Gospel Church in Nigeria, for his initiative in the Gariki Church, to promote family enrichment. Some of the things I'll be sharing in this video were things I learned in my first year of marriage in a Sunday school. The Sunday school was strictly for newlyweds and it was compulsory. So on one of those days, I was just reflecting. I said, okay, let me do a video on this. We're discussing. They were asking us, how do you handle finances in your home, and then and some of these old mothers, and that's why I'm a fan of aged. Sometimes learn from older people that you see that they are godly and they are working with God. You can see the fruits in their life. And so, how do you handle finances in your home? This first number one is from that Sunday school. Percentages. So you're earning 70K as the guy, and the person you want to marry is already earning 200K. As a guy, how do you want to handle it? Allah má jẹ́ kí depression pa ẹ́. Like, let me float these thoughts. As a man, because the person you want to marry is earning more than you, does not mean your ego should be crushed. See, God has made some people, or providence has made it that some people are from privileged backgrounds and some people are not from privileged backgrounds. So, as a man, God may be bringing that lady into your life because He knows that by the scroll of your life, it may take a while. You may need to work harder before you can rise. And so God bringing that woman to your life is a system of favor for you to be able to, how they say that one can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. When you work together, it is easier for you to take a lift up. Nobody will tell you these things until you see it for yourself. And so, how will you now handle a woman earning more than you? The one we grew up with is that the guy must be. And so when they threw these questions at us, they wanted to know how we're handling all of these things. And so that woman, I really can't remember who was the one that gave this suggestion. So if you are the man, and I'm going to use these figures just for you to be able to sit down, discuss these things. If you're a man, you're earning 70K, and the person let's say getting married to, or you're married to, is earning 200K or 150K, sit down, calculate how much you need, will run you in a month, inclusive of your rent splitted into 12 months. So your rent is 200,000. It means that at least you should be saving something like 20,000 plus your feeding, plus utilities, transport. Sit down and calculate everything. As the man, You can choose, let's say everything is like 150K. So how would you drop the 150K? Is it your 70K? Your 70K cannot even feed the house in the first place. It cannot feed, it cannot parent. So how do you do it? So sit down. Out of your 70K, you can drop like 70% of your money. 70% of your money is about 49,000 or 50K. And then your wife can drop 50% of her money. 50% of her money is 100,000. See, in the scheme of things, you have dropped more than her. Because you are dropping 70% of what you are earning and she's dropping 50% of what you are earning. Ladies, you saw him that his salary was 70K, but you said you want to marry him. So now that you have married him, I don't understand the magic that you want to happen overnight. When you see those things, look at these things, ask yourself, can I go through these things? Am I willing to be patient with this guy until God lifts him? If you answer yes, it's not just to say yes, there is a part for you to play. So if you drop like, if the Bible is not your final authority, this thing is not for you. So if you drop 50% of your money, which is like 100K, together you now both have 150. That man has dropped more than you because he is dropping 70% of what he has. And in case you doubt me, let's check the story of the widow that dropped a widow's mite. How much did she drop? 2 cents. What did Jesus say? She dropped more than everybody. How? Me, I got there, I dropped like $20. Somebody dropped 2 cents, and then Jesus is saying she dropped more than everybody. Why? She dropped her all. She dropped 100%. So you can work with percentages if it works for you. The other option is to do joint account. For as many as joint account works for, you can try it. That means you pull your resources together. There is everybody. This is for everybody. Nobody has is separate monies. The money is put in one purse, and then you can begin to do things together. And so much so that nobody knows who is, and nobody is even supposed to know. That's the thing. And all of this, it lies with you as a man. It is not time to not come and be feeling, what is this? No, hey, you better. Well, anyway, so you can decide to do joint account where you put your resources together, you pull it from one purse. I must say here that how will I put it now? For whatever one you decide on, it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. So look at the ones that you think for you, for your uniqueness, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. That is the one you should go for. Joint account has its disadvantages because usually families are usually not the same. The husband's family may be more needy than the wife's family. So it means that when we put all the money together, most of the money will be going to one side. So those are things that you need to sit and, look at. Then there is something called joint accounting where everybody knows what everybody is earning. Nobody is hiding anything, from each other. You have access to each other's account and all of that. Look at the one that works for you. The fourth one is burden bearers. This one, you're already married and the person you're married to is lax. As in, it's all these people that use big grammar to build castles in the air. They tell you about the visions and dreams that God has given them 20 years ago and they are not doing anything about it. And you're already in the marriage and there's nothing you can do. So this category of people, I'm saying that the Lord is your strength, the Lord is your comfort, the Lord is your shield. And if you have seen one of my videos before where I spoke about mother-in-law dynamics, so this kind of woman that carried all the burden of the house and send all the children to school. So one daughter-in-law will now come and start forming one kind. I don't know, but I'm saying if you're in this category of burden bearers, the Lord is really your strength. I would insist again, do not marry a man that does not have an income. If the society says do not marry a woman with character, which it is like an absolute, also do not marry a man who does not have an income. But there is a caveat. There are people in full-time ministry, and this is where I would say the last one that I think that is the burden bearer. Yes. So for the people that are in ministry, like you know that God has called this man and this is his journey, it's gonna take a while. So you as a woman, you have to be the one to step into that shoe. So I call you. I don't know what name to give it. So that's why I'm saying you're the breadwinner. For people like this, the Lord is your strength, the Lord is your shield. And I want to say that to that man who is married to a breadwinner, love her. I love her, appreciate her, whatever dynamics you find yourself, appreciate your woman, appreciate your man. If you're in the class of the percentage, with that little that your husband is dropping and you see that he's making effort, honor him, appreciate him. It's not the time to start throwing saliva on his head. Look at you, what are your mates doing? Even you too, look at you. Some of your mates too they have passed where you are as a woman. So let us not be doing that thing. That's not the time to now start throwing saliva. Hey, big. You cannot even, it's not good. Don't break him. Don't break him. Don't break him. I said all of this to say that understand the financial dynamics of your marriage. Till I come your way next time, check me out on all my channels, Oluseyi Adolphus. And if you want to know more about me, check oluseyadolphus.com. Till I come your way next time, keep living in God's goodness. Bye.